So, hello everyone, I am Sivashankar Hasda and I am continuing my BTech at IIT Kharagpur in the Department of Electrical Engineering. In this video, I am going to discuss about the domain of a real valued function and how to find it out. So, let's start. So, first of all, let's understand what is the domain. So, let's say I have a real valued function which is given by y is equal to f of x. Let's say it is a real valued function and I want to the domain. So what is a domain? So domain means the set of all the real values of x for which the function y is equal to f of x is well defined, or the function y is equal to f of x assumes a real value. Here the word real value is very important. So it is nothing but the collection or the set of all the real values of x for which the function y is equal to f of x is well defined, or in other words you can say that the function y is equal to f of x assumes the real value. So a domain in different cases. So domain of summation of two functions is nothing but the intersection of the domain of their individual function. So we can say that domain of f plus or minus g is equal to domain of f intersection of domain of g. Similarly, the domain of product of two functions is given by the intersection of domain of their individual functions. So domain of f into g is equal to domain of f intersection domain of g. Similarly, the domain of division of two functions is given by the intersection of their individual domains minus we have to the point where the g of x is equal to 0. We have to remove this. So that means the domain of f by g is equal to domain of f intersection of domain of g minus the point where g of x is equal to 0. So how to find out the domain? So here is some helpful point that will help you in order to find out the domain of a given function. So here is the square root of something. That means wherever you see square root symbol, then immediately put whatever inside the square root to be greater than equal to 0. Here is whenever you see square root symbol, then whatever is inside this square root symbol, then always put this to be greater than equal to 0. Point number 2, whenever you see fraction kind of thing, that means 1 upon something, whenever you see, whatever you see in the denominator part, then always put that denominator part not equal to 0. That means whenever you see 1 by something, then immediately put something not equal to 0. But in order to solve this, what you have to do, you have to first make it equal to 0, something equal to 0, then solve it. Then finally what you have to do for the domain, you have to write for the domain is equal to r minus something. So whenever you see an expression of the format 1 by square root of something, then you have to put something greater than, strictly greater than 0, because here 0 cannot be in denominator, as well as something should be positive. So taking that intersection, you have to write something greater than 0. So whenever you see logarithmic expression log of something to the base something, then immediately what you have to put, you have to put basically something greater than 0, and you have to put base greater than 0 and not equal to 1. Whatever is inside the logarithmic, that should be greater than 0. So whenever you see an expression of the form tan of something, whatever is inside tangent, or whatever is inside the sec, then immediately put that not equal to 10 plus 1 into 5 by 2. Or whenever you see cot of something or cosec of something, then always put something is not equal to n phi. For the expression of the form NCR or NPR, what you have to do, you have to write the condition n greater than equal to r, or where mn belongs to natural number, r can be 0 also. For the exponential function kind of thing, f or x, you have to put a greater than 0 and not equal to 1. So let's see an example. Here is a question. you have to find out the domain of this function, which is given by y is equal to f of x is equal to the square root of x square minus 4 plus logarithmic of x minus 2 to the base e. So here it is the sum of two functions, and that is the x square minus 4 the whole root over and the logarithmic of x minus 2 to the base e. So as we know, the domain of summation of two functions is nothing but the intersection of domain of individual function. That means the domain of f plus g is equal to domain of f intersection of domain of g. So for finding out the domain of x square minus 4 whole root over, for this function to be well defined, the whatever is inside the square root, that means x square minus 4, it should be greater than or equal to 0. From this we can find out that x belongs to minus infinity to minus 4 union 4 to infinity. Similarly, for this logarithmic expression to be well defined, x minus 2 should be strictly greater than 0. From that you can find the x belongs to 2 to infinity. Taking their intersection, you can find out the final domain to be 2 to infinity. That's it. Thank you.